Just a 3-yard gain there.
Jalen Mills on the tackle. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Defense, our time. It's our time. Check 3. Check 3. Jump Omaha. Ready to move. Kill.
Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And an alley to run. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10.
He can't, man. He's not going to get me. Shoot! Watch the shoot! Check 99! Check 99!
Now Johnson. The Pro Bowler Fletcher Cox there to get him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll try the air now with Stafford. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
First down.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Stafford. Screenplay, Johnson. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Yeah, baby. Boom.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Stafford. And the catch made by Johnson. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Ready? 180.
Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. T.J. Hockenson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions take it right down and score on the opening drive. Prater for the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Miles Sanders, the rookie 2nd-rounder from Penn State. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. To throw is Wentz. He's going to go for a big play. And got his man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one good for 37 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
On 2nd and 7, Wentz. The Sanders has got it complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. To throw, it's Wentz. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. It was a safety, Rashad Jones, that time, who was able to break up the play.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
2nd and 10 at the 8-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Come on. Easy, easy. 54. And we got to get to the ball.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. He'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a 1st down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. 1st down, Lions.
Stafford going to come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Stafford gives to Johnson on the draw. The stop was made by Jannard Avery.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Stafford. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hawkinson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Mike 54. Ready? Mike 54. Mike. Hey, echo.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. He finds his man Johnson. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. This one out quickly to Amendola. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it. Check the hot read. Watch the safety screen. 49. Check 49.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. Credit the tackle to Darius Slay.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. From the 25 on second down. Wentz, and he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. On first down, Wentz. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. From the 32 now. Here's first and 10. Here's Wentz to throw. It's caught by Jackson. 23 yards on the play.
Okay, what can't Deshaun Jackson do? All right, we know about the catches. We just saw another one there. Also gets involved in the return game, and he can break big plays like that. We've seen him do it throughout his NFL.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. Because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Caught by Jones. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Set. Blue 60. 57. It's our field. It's our field.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Detroit.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting.
And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there for Philly. 44 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. Wentz on the give to Sanders. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Throwing is Wentz. That's taken in by the tight end Perkins. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Wentz on the draw, leaves it for Sanders. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Here we go.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a pretty big third down mistake right there.
No doubt about it, and everyone's going to be upset. But they have to get out of this now and go ahead and play. They could have someone come at them in a big way on the next down.
They'll go again with Sanders. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now. They'll try to run with Sanders. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 13-7.
Eagles 7. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this 3rd quarter. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson. 3rd down here.
Fight you attack. 180. We ain't beginning to turn you up. Don't get nervous. Hey, number 28, Mike, he's coming. Check in. Here we go. Check it out. Check. Look at him.
From the gun, Stafford. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. Pulled in at the 24. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 36 yards on the play.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. They try and run on 1st down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line.
Here we go. Sweetie!
Boston Scott, his first carry. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Wentz to throw on 3rd and 1. Goodwin able to haul it in. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Now Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal. Now a give right side. Scott. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the...
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Deshaun Jackson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Elliott good with a PAT, and that will put them on top here in the third.
Eagles 14, Lions 13.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Blue 60! 54! Here we go! Here we go! Here we go!
On second and 9, Stafford. Open man is Galladay, complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
It's a gain of 4, and it's third down.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Play action. Stafford. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Amendola, the intended receiver. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of two halves, won't you?
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. It's Desmond Trufant, and he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates...
And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
Loss of 12 yards. It's second down.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the fourth. From the end zone, Stafford. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third. The Lions on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Let's go, Mike 50, Mike 50. Hey, dude.
From the gun, here's Stafford. Looking downfield for Jones. Now the defense loses him. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first. If you're thinking of a comeback here, you go to 2016. That's when Stafford had an NFL record 8 fourth-quarter comebacks. But last year, despite playing all 16 games, he had 0. 25 yards that time.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And he'll get this down only to the 18. Jatavis Brown there on the tackle.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
On 2nd and 9, Stafford. He'll get this one to Galladay. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Back to throw, Stafford. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Oh, yeah. Here we go again. Here we go again. Hey, watch it, watch it. Check 4, check 4. 53. Ready. Check 25. Deuce. Share.
Stafford now to throw. He's got it. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
32. Undercut. Check 26.
Here's Stafford. Screenplay, Johnson. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll bring up 4th down. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And with that, they will move ahead by 2 here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Defense wins championships, man.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play of this football game. Wentz. This is caught by Jackson. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. 7 yards on the quick slant and a first down. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
That gets them the first down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
That's good for Eagles. First down.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Back to throw. Wentz. Man open. It's Goodwin. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Wentz going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. He's back to throw. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
First down at the 16-yard line.
He's down right here. Down on the right. Down on the right. 4 down. Check. 4 down. 36.
2 jet.
Nickel.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Into the red zone. Wentz. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Now Scott. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
Go, great.
They go again with Scott. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
2 yards. It's 4th down.
So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And they're not going to get the kick off in time. Yeah, that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming.
A 31-yard attempt.
And the kick by Elliott is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done.
Ready, 280.
We got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
Back to throw. Amendola's got it, complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Your trip is here.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 38-yard line.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Philadelphia, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for Detroit, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
feel like